I owe you an apology, bro. I really owe you an apology because when I was watching the Celebration Bowl, I knew I went on record saying like, okay, this team is gonna go where Corey goes. Like he has a good game, it's over with, right? But during the first half, I was like, man, Corey might not get it done. And then you came out in the second half and you did what you did, bro. You really did what you did, and I was like, dang, I was wrong. So it's like I knew if I got you on the podcast, I had to give you your apology, man, because I was just like, bro,
yeah, that first half was bad. I didn't recognize him.
Now, guys, for everybody that's coming in, welcome back to the CFL podcast. I told you I was going to get every single person from the South Carolina State football team that I can on here. Y'all wanted Shaq. Y'all wanted Jablonski. Y'all want Dyson. I'm still working on Dyson. I'm going to get Dyson on here. And, and y'all wanted Corey Fields. Now here he is live and in the flesh. So, bro, once again, thank you so much for being on the podcast, and I do appreciate it.
Appreciate it for being on here, man.
Now, Corey, I got to know, bro, what's the pregame playlist like?
On a regular basis, or because I got different ones.
Oh, you got different. What? Tell me all of them.
I have to say, I'm there, but I'm not really there. But again, that mode, straight young boy. Now,
okay.
On a regular basis, I would have to say a little bit of Raw Wave, Drake, Future. I'm gonna end my last song on My Savages by Future. That's the going out song.
Got to.
I'm gonna have some Lil Durk. I gotta have that Money Bag, Kodak.
Yeah.
Look, no cap, especially in Rollo. Yeah, I think that's about it.
That Money Bag get you feeling yourself a little bit, no?
Gotta have that Money Bag.
Gotta have it. All right, so as a matter of fact, I think Shaq said he listened to Young Boy too. Y'all Young Boy fans, I just can't get with him. I don't know what it is. Man, I just can't get with Young Boy, but I get you.
Yeah. Listen to him get in that mode, like I gotta go do me.
I feel you. All right, so listen, every athlete, if you play football long enough, you're gonna have an embarrassing film moment. It happens to everybody, right? You've seen Coach 30's videos. Not really an athlete, blah blah blah. I want to know, man, what's your embarrassing film moment? We all had them. What was your embarrassing film moment? I want to know.
I'm gonna have to say my freshman year we played Georgia Southern. I got in for the first time, and I threw the ball backwards.
No,
I threw it backwards.
How does that happen? How do you throw?
I would say during that game, first college game, we at Georgia Southern. Freshman, I'm like, man, I don't want to go in and mess up. I'm just overthinking it. Threw my first pass. It was at the feet. Ran the ball next play, third down, thinking, we gotta get the chains moving. Caught the snap, grip the ball too hard. As soon as I get ready to throw it, it just slipped right out.
Oh man! And when you got to the sideline, what did Coach Pugh say? Like, when you get clowned on, like, what was it?
Coach Pugh was like, "You gotta relax. Now my teammates on the different hand. Yeah, I still hear that to this day.
Hey, I'm gonna see if I can pull that up, bro.
It's all good.
All right, so we talked about your most embarrassing film moment, but I want to know from this past season, what was your best performance? Some people will say it's the A&M game. Some people will say it was New Mexico State because you was on. You was in your bag both of those games. What do you think?
I'm gonna have to pick. I'm probably say New Mexico State. That one there, I don't know what's going on in that game, but it seemed like every throw was just like right there.
Really?
Yeah.
And you, crazy enough, right? Like I still think had y'all had Shaq been healthy that game, y'all pull up that upset.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
Now, Corey, I need to know, bro. For all the young quarterbacks watching out there who gonna see this interview, what are some intangibles that you think a young quarterback needs to play ball at the next level?
I would have to say be able to create with your feet, extend plays, also be able to think on the fly in hostile situations because sometimes you may have a little three technique come free, can't make an excuse for it and take a sack. And I would have to say just be able to know what you're looking at and know what you're doing before you go out there on the field. So you got to watch a lot of film, recognize coverages, safety tilt, and just small things like that. All that matter.
And when you first get to college as a young quarterback, is it hard? Is the adjustment hard from learning the playbook and coverages and different calls and everything like that? Like, is it really hard?
I would have to say, for me, I came from a small 1A school, so we didn't have much signals or much plays. Everything was based off a route tree. But coming to college, you got different concepts, different pass reads. So I'd say coming from high school to college is more so of the speed of the game and know how to anticipate things before you see it. And that just come watching film, so you know, oh, I need to get rid of the ball a second faster so he can end up in this spot instead of, oh, the ball getting tipped here. Things like that.
So how did you adjust when you first got to South Carolina State? How fast did it take you to catch on to everything that they were throwing at you that you had to learn?
I would have to say I didn't really catch on to the middle of my freshman year. Just watching the game from the sideline, noticing things, just paying attention to the calls, looking at the coverage from the sideline. Then going into that spring, I believe probably like every day I went to go see my OC probably for like 30, 40 minutes, just learning our scheme, offense. Then after that, after the spring season, going to camp, I went with my OC again. We watched over coverages that was happening. Then from there, it just went from there.
Okay. All right. Now, I need to know, what's your favorite sports movie, my guy?
Greater. Got to be Greater.
Greater?
With Burlsworth from Arkansas.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That's a very inspiring movie. That was based off a true story, right?
Yeah.
You know what? It's kind of crazy that you say that because everybody would say like Friday Night Lights or The Longest Yard or Any Given Sunday. I like that answer. It's different, bro. I like that answer. So, Corey, what are your aspirations after football?
I really want to be like going to my career. I want to be a PE teacher starting off, learn my way through the system, be a little part-time scrim coach, make a little hustle out of that too. Then probably like 5 years after doing that, I really want to be athletic director.
Okay. And now PE teachers, man, they really do make an impact. We still down here, we still call our former PE teacher the GOAT, man. She been doing it for so long. So, you can really make an impact on kids' lives and everything like that. Is that important to you?
Yeah, because coming out of high school, like I said, I live in a small town, Hollywood. So it ain't really much to do except ride a dirt bike, play sports, be outside. That's really about it. You don't got no fast food. You don't got no things to go do besides just what we have, which is football, basketball, baseball, dirt bikes, and whatnot. So in high school, my PE teacher, Coach Champagne, but she was my basketball coach too, but she showed me other ways outside of being in Hollywood and inspired me to be a better athlete because like she pushed me every day in PE class, even in PE, trying to be better. Got me in the weights, got me playing different sports I never played, and just something that I fell in love with through her.
Okay, so and you know what? You being from a small, I never been to Hollywood because I never like knew like y'all didn't have like fast food places. Really?
Yeah, it's probably like 15 minutes away. Like we got like a Bojangles and Hardee's and Subway, but I don't really count that as fast food, really.
Wow. And, I'm at the bottom of South Carolina, right? So I'm from Ridgeland. So we're a real small town too, but I ain't know, we got a couple fast food spots, but it was never like nothing too out the way. That's crazy. All right. So listen, I want to know, who's the greatest mobile quarterback in your opinion? Ever.
Ever?
Ever.
Mobile. I'm gonna have to go Lamar. But then again,
Lamar?
Yep. You tell him be able to move, right? Mobile. I'll say Lamar. Because nothing Lamar
Yeah.
don't really. He do what he do.
Okay.
But I got a little touch of Kyler
Yeah.
Murray in there too, because Kyler Murray throw the ball, so kind of iffy about it.
Okay. All right. So Vic was no way in the discussion.
I was never really
I
a
mean,
Vic type of person. I never was a
mm,
really. I was more of a Peyton Manning type of guy, Drew Brees.
hey man, I like it. Okay, I get it. You know, ain't no wrong answers. I just want to see what what you thought of Vic. So listen, now that the season has passed and you faced conference games, FBS schools, MEAC, SWAC schools, I need to know who's the best defense that you faced in your opinion.
This past year, I probably had to say Fam.
FAMU?
Yeah, FAMU got after me. They got to me that game. I was out of myself.
And like, why do you say FAMU? Was it Isaiah Land? Like, just let me. What about?
I think he had about 4 sacks that game. Him.
Oh wow.
I can't remember number 0 name, but Williams. I know his last name. Williams. Him.
Mm.
It seemed like every time I dropped back, I saw orange shirts. I was like, at some point again, I wasn't even looking downfield. I was looking at D line, like who would come next. So I was just rattled that game. They got me that game.
Man, and look at Shaq talk about over Vic, man. Shaq can't even believe your answer, bro.
Hey man, I used to watch Vic. Behind I used to watch Vic. You know what I'm saying? Just like everybody like Tom Brady. I'm not a Tom Brady fan, so
right. I get it. All right, so I want to know you personally. What kind of leader are you? Right? Because when you ask some quarterbacks, some they're the emotional type, right? Like they're the fiery guys. They're gonna talk to you. They're gonna get you straight. They're gonna lead by word of mouth. Some guys are more quiet and reserved. They're gonna lead by example. So I want to know, what kind of leader are you?
I would have to say I'm the type of person who's gonna lead by example. You would never know I'm really in the room because I'm more on the backside. But when things need to be said, I'll say something. But I know things need to be said. But besides that, I'm more of a laid back, just lead by example.
Have you ever wanted to just yell and like just say something fiery?
I say this year I probably had about 3 days I did that. Everybody look at me like, just give me that look like, oh, that's not Corey. But I have my days when I've done it before. It's kind of real because I don't really show that side of me. I try to keep it aside. But yeah.
Hey, one thing they say, you're a relatively quiet person, I would assume, right? Like that's what people would assume of you. You're quiet.
Yeah.
So when quiet people, when they finally like speak up and speak out, people look at them like, they're like, that's just natural because it holds more weight when you're quiet and then you just finally just lash out. It holds more weight, so I can see why they look at you like that. Right now, who is the sports icon that influenced you the most?
Definitely got to go LeBron. LeBron give back to the community. He showed love to everybody. And you never hear nothing bad about him. He always doing something positive, some way, somehow. So I have to say LeBron.
It's like, are you basketball wise? Are you a LeBron fan? Because I know you're a fan of basketball as well. You're a Lakers fan. Who's your team?
I'm actually a Celtics fan, but
wow.
Yeah, I'm a Celtics fan. But my favorite player all the time, I'm gonna go with LeBron.
It's too much of y'all, man. I'm gonna be honest. It's too much of y'all Celtics fans, bro. But I'm
a LeBron fan, Kobe fan. They follow the team. I'm a loyal person.
I mean, I get it. I like it. Tatum is definitely that guy, man. Tatum's definitely that guy. I'm just saying. I don't do the Celtics
Brown too, though. Jaylen Brown like that too.
Who?
Jaylen Brown, he like that too.
He is very underrated. Very underrated. So, what strengths do you believe you have that makes you a great athlete?
I would have to say, answer this. The strengths that I have to make me a great athlete is just being able. It don't matter what sport I've played. I've just been having I was able to be good at it. Like I played baseball, basketball, and football in high school, and I was just able to perform on all phases of the game. So I had to say being coordinated, and it's kind of hard to say because you know.
So you was just like that, like you just had the clutch factor in every.
I'm not gonna say I was the best, but I wasn't the sorriest. I was like this the great. I was like right under the hill.
But your top two sports that you were like just the best in, football and basketball.
Yeah, I played baseball just because
something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that was a lot of guys. That was a lot of guys at our school, man. So I wanna get more in depth with you a little bit, right? Because after the FAMU loss, you guys, y'all lost 30-7, probably the worst performance of the season. Y'all would say. Now you're 1-4. Things aren't really looking so well for the season. I think even one of y'all coaches even said like he can tell like the energy was just different for y'all. So if I would have told you after that loss to FAMU that y'all were going to go to the Celebration Bowl and win it handedly, what would you have told me?
I would have told you, oh, we'll see. That's just me. Because I got this competitive spirit in me. I don't really like losing like that. Like, I may not say much or I may not do much about it right then and there, but I know me, I'm going to compete at the end of the day. So every game going out, I'm just have that mindset of we'll see. It is what it is. I'm going to control what I can control.
And when that happened, there was never a doubt that you could finish the season strong from you and the rest of the team, right?
No, I wouldn't say that considering we had a tough first beginning of the season, but things happen. I know at the end of the day, it was some games we lost because of simple mistakes on both ends of the ball. So it's like some minor things we had to clean up on, considering that we had new pieces everywhere across the field, and everybody's trying to fit and get a rhythm going. So I would say that was really the cause, just getting the rhythm going on both sides of the ball. Because as you can see, the other year, one day it was offense, one day it was defense. We had that throughout the whole year. So, and we finally got together at the end of the year. So,
and then after that, you guys actually pick things up. 5 of your last 6 games of the regular season, you win, right? And I feel like had you got hurt in the North Carolina A&T game.
Yeah.
And how early on did you get hurt in that game?
I would have to say either the end of the first quarter or the beginning of the second.
So you definitely, if you don't get hurt, you guys definitely might just pull that one out too as well to go 6-0 to finish the season. But I would like to know, who do you credit for you guys' resiliency to finish the season how you did after a 1-4 start with these close losses that you've had? Like, who do you credit for that?
I would have to say our coaches. Our coaches told us at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how you start, it's about how you finish. Considering the first 4 games we have in our conference, and we lost by just small points, considering that they were big teams and some teams who picked to win the Celebration Bowl just because of who they are. And our coaches was like, control what you can control and just be better each and every day, get 1% better. So as a team, we just grind out and stick to it. Go to practice every day, work hard. And Friday night, we prepare ourselves and get locked in mentally so we can perform on Saturdays. And that's what we did. We stuck it through.
And I'm also interested in the culture of South Carolina State football, right? Because I remember when Shaq and Jablonski told me, like, right before the Celebration Bowl, y'all heard the chatter, like y'all kept the group chat going, and y'all, that was just bulletin board material. But at the same time, I've also heard from other players that you guys are, you're more of a family, right? Y'all don't really do much talking. Y'all don't do the social media stuff. You just go out there and lead by example. So what is the culture like at SC State?
I would have to say it is like a one big family. Yes, we can argue, we can have our issues here and there, but at the end of the day, nobody's gonna leave someone hanging. Like, it don't matter what it is. Even if you need some food, you're gonna find your way to get you some food. You need to get home, we can find you. Make sure you get home. Like even in the weight room, you can hold each other accountable no matter what. It don't matter what happens. You can make up your day. You can finish your runs. You gonna do what you got to do.
Mm. And I would say that plays a huge part with the chemistry that you guys have, right? It's even when you guys, were coming up short early on in the season, your chemistry was never a doubt to me because I watched y'all all season, and I think it's something that teams like Jackson State could afford to have more of. So when do you get time to develop this chemistry outside of practice and meetings and everything like that? Like, are y'all hanging with each other? Like, or is it just, we guys, when we come to practice, but after that, we just go on separate way?
I would have to say being here in Orangeburg, considering most of us, we've been here probably about 4 years now. This is my 4th year. So most of the guys' team are from our class and other classes younger than us. So just being here in Orangeburg, spending the summers together, and throughout the COVID time we had basically playing football for a whole year, it was like, considering we're not a big city, it's not really much to do besides football, go to the field. You may drive to Columbia or Charleston, but who really want to do that? So it'd be in the room playing a game, chilling out, watching football, and just talking football, really.
I got you. Now, I noticed a few times that I've saw you on TV, you have these initials on your wrists, right?
Mm-hmm.
LLOM and LLDP. And in the Celebration Bowl, I think you had 2 crosses instead. So I want to know, tell me a little bit about, and everyone else watching, about that and what that stands for and what's the story behind that.
The LLOM is my dad. Long live old man. It's called old man. But I lost him probably like 2 weeks after the Celebration Bowl. Not Celebration Bowl, state championship my senior year. And that was the last game he watched me play. So I was running my wrist every day because ever since a kid, like, he came to every game. Ever since 6th grade, well, really 4th grade, really, he came to every game no matter what. He always found a way to be there, carry me to different places. So that's my way to carry him with me and show him, like, yeah, we're here. Like, yeah, we made it to college, but we got more to do. The long live DP, that's my brother's nickname. I lost him back at the end of February, almost right before the COVID season. So that's one way to carry him around. Our little thing was we got, considering that on my mom's side it's just me and him. So I just carry him everywhere I go.
And I would assume that those two are, the driving force behind how well you play on a weekly basis. Like, you always keep them close. You always keep them in mind when you step out onto that field.
Yeah. I would have to say they're driving to be better each and every day. Yeah, I mean, be down on myself, but they're telling me to pick it up. Even when I have a good game, I think of them and just think of how I can do things better so I can do it better in the next game and keep improving. Because like they always told me, it don't matter about your last, it always matter about your next and how you gonna do.
Facts. Okay, so now I want to fast forward to the Celebration Bowl, right? The first half of the Celebration Bowl. We're watching on TV, and I'm not gonna say who I was rooting for. I can't say that, but
yeah, you might as well, man. It's all right.
Y'all, because most of my fan base is Jackson State, but y'all the home team. I'm from South Carolina State, so I'd be lying if I said I wasn't, like, jumping up every time y'all made a play. So during the first half, after the pick that you threw, what was going through your head at that point? Like, were you just frustrated? Like, what was the thought process?
Which pick you talking about? Cause one time
it was the one to Shiloh, I believe.
Oh, on that post route that I threw. You was going towards like the sunlight, I believe. Like towards our locker room. I would say during that play, when I rolled out, I saw a wheel. I saw him in the field. And I saw Shallow. But when I threw it, I didn't put much air on it like I thought I did. Like, I didn't want to put it too far, like too much air on it, because I didn't see the right side of the field. I didn't know where the corner was. So I tried to throw it on like a semi rope, and he just came out to cut it. That's what really happened.
So like for the first half overall, like was it rust from that long layoff? Was it nerves? Like was it anything like that? Like were you a little nervous? Could
I would have to
finally
say,
go ahead.
just watching film, I would have to say I was just playing faster than I was supposed to. I wasn't calm. Like my O line gave me a bunch of time, but I was playing faster than I needed to. I was trying to get the ball in my hand and just trying not to take a sack. And the nerves got into it too, considering I played in Clemson before when it been loud, but that was a different type of loud considering it was a dome.
Really, you would say that was the Clemson game?
Say that one
You
time?
would say that was louder than the Clemson game?
Yeah.
Would you say that was louder than the Clemson game?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was that loud.
hey. Nah, man, I wish I was there, bro. I wish I was there. All right, so you go in the halftime. You guys have momentum, right? But it wasn't your best performance of the season, right? And this is the biggest stage. So what was going through your head when you was in that locker room? Me personally, when I was at home after seeing you play the way you did in the second half, I'm like, this man said the Brady prayer. Like he had to come out and play like that. He said the Brady prayer, right? But what was going through your head in that locker room, and what did Coach Pugh say to you as well to get you ready to go for the second half?
Actually, I would have to say, going through my head, I was like, man, he playing bad. He stinking it up. Can't do this at the game now. You done got here now. You can't act like this. So I told myself, I was like, man, just relax and play football. Just go have fun. Because you don't want to sit here 30 minutes later and be like, I could have played better. I could have done this better.
Right.
So I just told myself, relax. Coach Pugh, he said a little something to me. He was like, just relax. Just play football. On the way out. And I just took it all in, just calm my nerves. And just like, just go play football. Have fun. Don't worry about what everybody else have to say. Prove them wrong in the second half.
Now, immediately when you came on the second half, like I was just in awe of the performance you put on. But it was one play that I'm pretty sure stood out to everybody, right? The 4th and 19 throw that you made. Like, do you know how much of a dime of a throw that was, bro? Like, because I'm pretty sure if I can remember it correctly, you threw it to where Nugget couldn't even make a play on it, right? Like it was really in the pocket of Wolverine, and you made that throw, and it was just a perfect, right? But I want to know, when you guys came back out on the field and Coach Pugh trusted you enough to make that play and go for it on 4th down, did that do anything for you? Like, did it make you feel good, like knowing that he had that much trust in the biggest stage for you to go out and complete that pass on 4th and 19?
I would have to say it meant a lot considering that we don't really go for a 4th down unless it's 4th and 1, but considering it's 4th and 19 on that stage and how momentum can change, considering early in the year we had a big momentum swing against Bethune-Cookman because of a simple mistake. So going into that, when he gave me the call just to go do it, I was like, that mean a lot because usually we don't go for it. So,
but and I want to know what play for you during the Celebration Bowl did you think, oh, like I'm in my bag now, like let's get it, it's time to go? Like what was the play that got you going?
I would have to say that first touchdown slant to Shaq. After I threw that and he got inside the end zone, I was like, okay, time to go now.
Okay. Now, I want to know, what are your personal goals for next season? Now that you've accomplished the championship, you're defending champions, what are your personal goals for next season?
My personal goals, one thing I do want to do is get faster, a little bit faster than what I am. But besides that, I would have to say be able to process things faster than what I am so I can help my teammates see them before it happened and put our team in a better situation. Certain calls, yeah, my OC may call, but just based off the knowledge, if I grow it, I can tell them, oh, that's not a good play, and just check it out the line and put our team in a better situation. And another personal goal I have is just to be a more vocal leader on a regular basis than what I am.
And what drills are you working on in the off season to improve your speed or to improve your processing ability?
I've been working with scrim coach Jeremy. Me and him do one-on-one sessions here and there throughout the week, working on speed mechanics. And for my knowledge of the game, I spend time in my room watching the film for each game ever since my freshman year, and just notice tendencies that I have and tendencies other teams have and what they have done to me over the years. So I can see how people plan to stop me and just overcome that.
Now, I asked Shaq and I asked Jablonski last time, but I really want to hear from you. Before the Celebration Bowl, you saw Jeezy, right? You saw all the celebrities on Jackson State side, but you saw nobody coming to South Carolina State. Like nobody came to speak to y'all or anything like that. How did you not care, or did that like kind of rub you the wrong way a little bit? Was that like kind of fuel to the fire?
I would have to say honestly, I'm not really a person that care too much about all that. Because me, I'm laid back. Like I said, I let things happen the way they are. I don't really care too much for the hype. That's just me, really. So people not come speak to us. Oh well, it's fine. They haven't been in the whole year, so why come now?
Hey, and Shaq say, man, he need to come to Shaq Davis speak.
Shaq just long, man. He's just long. That's it.
So is this safe? Is Shaq faster than you?
Yeah, Shaq is faster than me. It's just his legs. His legs save him. He gets cried out. That's all.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is.
All
I got you.
No mechanics, no nothing.
Okay. All right. So listen, Jablonski's asked this question. Shaq, has asked this question. They ask it for each other, but I want to know what's your why.
I would have to say to see my mom smile about something every day, knowing I'm out here doing something positive, considering that we had some downfalls. And I would have to say for my sister as well on my dad's side, because my sister actually never met my dad before he passed. She was born 3 months after he passed. And so for me, it's just like I can show her things that my dad wouldn't be able to show her, considering that he's not here, and just showing that it don't matter who you are or where you're from. It's all about what's in you. So I had to say my mom and my little sister.
Okay. And I think I had another question for you. Yeah. I want to know, how do you want to be remembered when your time is done at South Carolina State?
I would have to say someone who's there for personally, I really want to be remembered as someone who worked hard, didn't ask for no favors, was a respectful person, and just a hard worker, really.
Okay. Now, this is a personal question for me, right? Watching you this season, I always wondered, sometimes when you in the pocket, do you think, man, you know what, Shaq down there somewhere, and just throw the ball up? Like, do you ever think that?
Before I answer that, I'm gonna have to say that almost remind me of some of my teammates, my freshman year, my redshirt freshman year, like, oh, just find trades, throw it up. So that kind of came in my head when you said that. But I wouldn't say I've done that before. I mean, in red zone, on phase, I was like, yeah. But besides that, I really just be looking down the field and just finding zones and just go from there. I don't really just be like, okay, whatever, throw it up.
And I also want to know, what do you think about the sudden surge of FBS talent as well as ESPN, like just top recruits that's coming in to HBCU football and, elevating the game and getting the TV time, getting the attention brought to HBCU football in general? Like, what's your opinion on that?
I mean, personally, it means a lot considering that all the FBS schools, they got all the attention from ESPN to stay on the top ESPN shows. Considering us, we play ESPN 3, ESPN Plus, people have to pay for, or they don't have an actual cable for. So it means a lot bringing from the top recruits to the HBCU because now we can play on the big stage because they want to see those names perform at the HBCU level and what they're doing. So it means a lot because it brings attention to everyone, just not the FBS schools.
Mm-hmm. Now, like I said earlier, most of my content is on Jackson State, right? Because that's just like I just know a lot about them more than a lot of other schools. But I really do feel like we're the same way I called y'all going to the Celebration Bowl this past season. I'm calling it again, but I do think it's going to be a sequel between you guys and Jackson State. Like I really think it's going to be a part 2. And I feel like a lot of the moves that Jackson State made in the offseason was because of what y'all did to them in the Celebration Bowl. Right, they realized that that they really had to get better in certain areas. But if you see these guys again, and you see number 1 recruit Travis Hunter at corner, and the number 1 JUCO DB Keelan Kennedy, and all of these guys, is the mindset still going to be the same? Like just as last year, like we don't care about the stars y'all got. We got dogs too, and we gonna come at you. Like is the mindset still going to be the same?
For me, I would have to say, me personally, all the names which you have done, that don't really mean anything to me, honestly, because at the end of the day, you still got to go perform. Just like you believe in yourself, I believe in myself. Right. So, me personally, as you can see, we got one of the best defenses and like FCS. So, going against them every day is like, or whoever play against, it don't matter what your ranking is. It don't matter none of that. For me personally, I never came in a high school rank, and playing against Clemson, I completed some throws that people didn't think I would be able to do and actually perform on that level somewhat. So for me, it don't really matter about the names. It just matter about what you got in
you. And last question for me. Anyway, I don't know if anybody wants to ask you a question in the chat, but last question for me. I'm pretty sure I think y'all schedule is out already. What game are you looking forward to the most?
I have to say UCF and South Carolina. Those two games.
Yeah, I forgot y'all going to Carolina. I can't wait for that. I should be at that game actually. I think I'm gonna come out there. I can't wait to see that. But it's a chance for you to get your name up, show the scouts and everything what you can do versus the SEC competition that they just hype so much. They hype that conference up so much. But that'll be a great opportunity for y'all. So I get it. I can't wait to see either, bro. No, and you know what? I see Jablonski say, oh, go ahead.
I do got to add another game to that. I need my FAMU game back. I do need that one back.
Hey, okay. Got to get that back in blood.
Yeah, they got me too bad for that one.
No, I see my boy Jablonski as well as Mr. Avery Fields saying the dog got to be in you, not on you. Now, I saw Jacoby say that cool. I saw Jacoby say that in the post game after you guys won the Celebration Bowl. Where did that come from? Like, is that just y'all mantra? Like, where did that come from?
I actually do not know. I know Kobe was the first one that came out with it that I know of.
Really?
After that, it just went around.
Oh, that's dope. I thought that was like just one of those sayings that the coaches come up with. I didn't know Jacoby did that.
Yeah, he came up with that one that I know of.
And big shout out to Jacoby because I know he just got an invite to the combine, the NFL combine, and I can't wait to see him there. If you're an NFL GM, where are you taking Jacoby? What round?
I'm about to say the first or second. He gonna work hard. He gonna do his acts. He's not gonna complain. He's just gonna work. And he's gonna get better every time he's on the field.
And you being against him, going against him in practice every day, surely you know that to be a fact. Like you've seen him make plays.
And he's not there for the money. He's there for the love of the game. He do it just because he want to. It'd be cold outside. He like, man, it's cold, but he ain't gonna say nothing after that. He's just gonna work. He's not gonna hear his mouth. He's gonna do his acts.
Mm-hmm. I love it, bro. I love it. Hey, so listen, that's all the questions I had for you, man. Thank you so much for coming on this podcast because, like I said, I want to get all of y'all like on this podcast so I can just talk to y'all after the Celebration Bowl and see, just get into the minds of y'all, pick y'all brains a little bit. So I just really appreciate it, and also I'm gonna be at some of y'all games next season because I missed it last season, but I'm gonna definitely be to some of y'all games. So man, even after the game, like I love to just to chat it up with you, get you back on the podcast again because this was very fun for me.
Okay, we can do that. Also, I want to say thank you for having me on
here. Now, anybody you want to shout out? Anything? This is your time. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say shout out to my family. Well, first I'm gonna start with the Lord for having me here today. I want to give a shout out to him, my family, my teammates, especially Jablonski Green and Shaq, because they could be very annoying, doing things they got no call doing. But that's really it.
All right, and there you have it. Hey, wait, hold on. Somebody said 1v1 in basketball versus Shaq. Ooh, who winning it?
Definitely me.
No.
Shaq just could don't. He's just a dunker. He's just a dunker. I'll definitely beat him one-on-one. He's just a dunker.
Hey, Shaq say watch your mouth.
It's the truth, though. I'm not supposed to lie.
Hey, I love it, bro. I love it. Hey, man, thank you so much, man. Again, all right, I'm gonna get you back on the podcast. This was so dope, man. Shout out to you. And man, I don't even know what else to say. Just thank you. Thank you so much, bro.
Appreciate it.
All right, peace, man.
All right.
That boy Shaq heated right now. Hey, listen. There you have it, man. That was Corey Fields, QB1 of South Carolina State, Mr. All-MEAC himself. All right, Celebration Bowl champion. Can't wait to see what South Carolina State does next year because, like I said, they going back to the Celebration Bowl, right? It ain't going to be easy, but they going back to the Celebration Bowl. And let me tell you something else. It's going to be JSU versus SC State Part 2. I'm calling it now, just like I've been calling it. All right, and with that being said, man, you are watching the CFL podcast. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and supporting me. And I'm out. Peace.